Hello everyone, this video is dedicated to FloEFD integration in pSeven. In pSeven 6.10, the new FloEFD direct integration block was introduced that allows to directly integrate FloEFD projects into the workflow, and also it allows to save screenshots and visualize optimization history in PageViewer, our post-processing tool. For showcasing this new feature, we will use the simple example of Z-tube optimization. As the boundary condition, it has inlet flow rate and outlet static pressure. As an input parameters, it has H1 and H2 as the shift from the axis of the pipe middle sections. The goal is to minimize the pressure drop. So the obvious answer is when the H1 and H2 equals 0, but here we will have the optimization budget of 50 points. Let's hope that the solution will converge near these numbers. And as an algorithm, we will use the surrogate-based optimization. Let's proceed to pSeven. Here we have the simple workflow, consists of the composite block that contains the FloEFD integration block and the optimizer. As you can see, optimizer gives the integration block the input parameters H1 and H2 and the pressure drop as an output parameter. Let's enter the composite block. Here we have the FloEFD integration block. But before we proceed to its options, let's open the FloEFD project. Here we have the geometry itself, the boundary conditions, this inlet flow rate, and the static pressure. As a result, we calculate the pressure drop. For saving screenshots, we have to configure two cut plots here. Let's see the options. So the first screenshot is the velocity. It's saved to the velocity.png. And the second plot is the pressure. It's also saved to a pressure.png. So this is all that you have to configure in FloEFD project. After that, in pSeven, you have to open the FloEFD integration block, set up the path to your project. In this case, it's tube.sldprt. After that, pSeven automatically finds all the existing parameters in the project. As in this case, we will use the H1 and H2, the geometric parameters, the goal as the pressure drop, and as for the screenshots, we will use the pressure and velocity files. pSeven automatically understands the inputs and output parameters and its type, like a scalar or a file. That's pretty easy and convenient. We will not run this optimization workflow because it will take a lot of time, so we will proceed to pre-configured report in the Analyse tab. Here we have the database that contains our data series. Each one has the size of 50 points because we had the budget of 50 points. These geometric parameters, the outputs, pressure drop, and two files containing our screenshots. In these two tabs, we have the optimization history, the first one for the H1 and H2 changes, and the pressure drop here. In the PageViewer tool, we have the pre-configured output of the parameters and the screenshots. Using this slider in the bottom of this tool, we can visualize the dependency of the screenshots and the plots like pressure and velocity and the input and output parameters. So as you can see, here is the optimization history, and here are the two types of screenshots, the velocity and the pressure. So as you can see, the history of the optimization changed, and in the end, the most optimum variant is when H1 and H2 is almost equals 0, the H2 equals 0 and H1 almost equals 0. But if we will have more budget, maybe H1 will be equal 0. This is all for this video. We hope that This FloEFD integration will be really helpful and useful for our customers. Thank you and goodbye.